Okay, welcome to a tutorial on how to make a simple cell phone or mobile phone holder. Um, just going to go through the steps on how to create it. Um, and you can follow these steps to create something similar, but obviously with a different shape if you want to. So I'm going to go back to the design menu. I'm going to turn on my canvases and all my sketches so you can see this is just one body. There's a canvas, which is the drawing I brought in to Fusion 360, and then I have a couple of sketches. And I'll just back up to the beginning. Okay. First thing is I turned on my origin. And then I created a rectangle on this plane. The reason was I needed to make sure I knew what the size of the product was, and I measured it in my sketch was 150 millimeters or 15 centimeters, so that when I inserted the canvas and said insert from my computer, and I found the right photo. Nope, that's not it. There it is. That's the photo. I used my cell phone measurements so that I knew exactly how large. I knew about the angle that I wanted it at. And I imported this. And when you import it, it says, where do you want to put it? Where do you want to put that canvas? And I clicked it here. Now it's going to come in small, and you're going to have to scale it up. Okay, so you've got to get used to all of these. The same move copy tools you get. You can rotate it. You can move it up and down. Left and right. You can move it within the plane, which will become in handy. But this one right here, this little corner, you pull on it and you're going to make it bigger. And you can scale it up, and then you want to move it. What helps is actually to look at the front. So click this so that you're looking directly at the front. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that the bottom of the cell phone stand is kind of on this red. We're going to fix that. It's a little off a little bit. Tilt it a little bit. Honestly, you should probably have a better sketch than this, a little bit more detailed. Here I've got the top of it. It's a little bit low, so a little bit smaller, so I'm going to scale it down, and then I'm going to say that is about right. I'm going to rotate it just a tad. -1. 1. That's about right. It's okay. We're just going to use the sketch as a template. You can make changes as you see. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click the sketch menu right here. And we're going to go into this sketch menu. And now I'm just going to use the sketch tools like line to create the lines I need. Press escape if you need to jump off the tool. I'm going to draw a line across the bottom because I definitely want that first for reference. Another line from about here. Then the other tools I will use will be arcs, 3-point arc, which I can click on one area, click on the top, and I can kind of make the arc I want. Rectangles, circles, etc. There is a spline tool that you can make complicated curves with. You just have to practice it a little bit. You can really get, just like the Illustrator pen tool, it has a lot of functionality. And if you're making interesting shapes and you just stop it, you can always go to the trim button and trim off the parts you don't need. So etc. Come back up. So just do one more arc from here to about here because it's the top, and then from here, let's see if I can make this arc work. From here to here, and you get the idea. When you're done, you should have something like this, Let me see if I can turn off that sketch. Okay, I'm going to turn it. This is the sketch I have that I created. It is one full shape. And then I can extrude it just using the extrude tool. You can see I've extruded it. Let me push back. Now that I don't need this sketch anymore, I'm going to turn the canvas off, and I can turn off my sketches. And I see that's the shape I have. Now I'm going to use the fillet tool and just start filleting stuff. So let me show you what that does. You click on it, you click on an edge, and when you click in, you can round it off. And if you've done the other tutorials, you already know that. So I'm just going to push through and show you I did a fillet to the back, really made it round. And then some of the corners, I want to take off all the sharp edges so that it's not dangerous to put your cell phone onto a stand. The next thing I did was bring in an SVG of this shark. And through your practice with the logo project, you probably have been able to bring in or draw yourself. Create shark head black. Let's see. Here we go. There's a shark head. It's very easy to do. I can even just copy this right in. For example, put that one over here, paste it in. Here it is, image trace, expand. Then we can unfill it, give it a stroke, delete anything you don't need. So these boxes around the edge can go. Oops. I must have cut off the top of it. Okay, so I'm just going to back up. So make sure you get a good copy. If you draw it yourself, that's going to be a little bit more technical skill. So that actually is something you probably would want to try. You export this as an SVG. In the insert function, just like the canvas for the JPEG, there's an insert SVG. It asks you where you want to put it. I put it right here on this face, and then I extruded down and cut in to the shape. And then you have the final product, and I only have one body, so I'm going to click on it, control click, and save as STL. Just say OK. It asks you to name it. Stand 1.2. Okay. And then we would go through the process of preparing the print for the 3D printer. Thank you.